What's going on, pursuers? Welcome to The Pursuit of Calling, the podcast that provides you with the strategies and tools needed to successfully discover and pursue your calling. Whether it's through inspiring stories, thought-provoking interviews, or quick, insightful episodes on personal growth and development, we've got you covered. I'm your host, Thomas Carney. Enjoy the episode. I watched a movie last night. And I've been doing that a lot recently. I found out that you can watch videos on YouTube for free with ads. And unfortunately, that's become kind of a habit of mine. I'm pretty sure I've watched a movie every day this last week at some point of the day. And last night, I watched RoboCop. It's about a 2-hour movie. And even when I was turning it on, I had this little thought in the back of my head. I was like, this doesn't feel right. That's 2 hours. What time is it? And I just let myself watch the whole thing. And, honestly, it kind of felt like a warning. It felt like a warning of what could happen if I continue to let distractions get in the way of my priorities. So I asked myself a question. If I remove distractions, what would I actually be doing? Because honestly, last night, and all the nights previous, my goal has been to read at night. I have a book called, I forget what it's called, but it's about neuroplasticity for people with muscular dystonia, which is the condition that I have. And my goal is to grow myself, to research my condition, to learn more about it so I'm more educated, so I can be the best advocate for myself and my health as I can be. And the reason I watched the movie was, 1, it was easy and accessible, and 2, because my arms hurt. And I was like, well, my body needs a rest. I would just lay on the couch for an hour and let my body rest and relax. Doesn't reading allow me to do the same thing? Reading doesn't take much physical activity. So it really just got me thinking, what would happen if I just remove distractions? What would be my default activity be if I prioritized properly? So I thought about it. I listed things out. I was like, I'd be reading. Okay, that's one that was an obvious one. I just said it. I'd be building my business with more intentionality. Because let's be honest, TV is not the only distraction. I'd be networking more effectively and more often with others. And I'd be structuring my day by prioritizing my priorities properly, by creating to-do lists every single day for what I'm going to do for the rest of the day. These are all things that I already know to do. So that's not the problem. The problem isn't that I don't know what to do. The problem isn't clarity. It's execution. What about you? If you remove distractions from your life, if you prioritize your priorities properly, what would your life look like? What are you avoiding doing by allowing yourself to live on default, by defaulting to your comfort zone? As I mentioned before, one of my goals is to prioritize my health. Not just like doing my exercises like I've talked about in the past, but becoming the best advocate for myself that I can be by educating myself on my condition in ways that I can potentially limit my limits, if that makes sense. I want to limit the limits that my condition puts on my body. And for you, I know your pain is real. Your condition is real. And I'm not trying to say don't take breaks. I'm not trying to say that your condition shouldn't be prioritized, because obviously that's your reality. That's our reality. But your condition doesn't excuse you from not showing up for yourself. It didn't excuse you from showing up for others. Living with a condition, whether it's a physical condition or a mental condition, it doesn't give you an excuse to be lazy. It does give us an outlook on life that others don't have. And in my personal opinion, it makes it even more important for us to grow ourselves and develop ourselves personally. Because our lives are harder than our neighbors, than the person. Our lives are harder than a lot of people's lives next to us. And you already know, like I said, like I was talking about myself, I think the same thing is true for you, that you already know what you need to do. You already know what the next step is to prioritize your priorities so that you can pursue your purpose, pursue your calling with excellence. You have goals on your mind. You have things you want to achieve, and you're like, maybe one day. And my question is, why not today? Why not you actually take that first step? You probably heard the saying before that the best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago, but the second best time is today. The only reason we don't plant the tree, the only time we don't start pursuing our goals is because we're allowing distractions and other things that are less important get in the way. Some of us are waiting on God. But some of us are waiting on God to provide us clarity, like, God, what is my next step? What is the next thing I should do? However, there's kind of a paradox in doing that. Because you're waiting on God to provide you what to do, but God is saying, a lot of the time, God says, I've already given you exactly what you need to do. I've already told you, I've already shown you, I've given you the abilities, and I've given you the resources. So clarity doesn't come from waiting, it comes from obedience. Like, what is already in front of you? What are the goals that you're looking to achieve? He's not going to just drop the next step in your lap. He wants you to pursue it with intentionality and excellence. He wants you to pursue your goals, pursue your calling, the things that he's put on your heart with excellence. You already know what to do. The question is, are you going to do it? So to help you figure out what these things are, if you're still a little confused, I have a little bit of homework for you. I want you first, there's 3 steps to this. Step number 1 is list out the 5 top distractions that are in your life. A lot of these maybe are going to be the same for a lot of people. Like for me, it was TV, it's watching YouTube, movies, scrolling on social media. That's a big one for me. Like shorts and reels, that gets me. That gets me. But next, after you list out your distractions, list out the 5 things that those are distracting you from, the 5 top things that those distractions are pulling you away from. The things that you know you should be doing, that you already know the next steps. It's things that you've like, maybe I should reach out to that person. Maybe I should talk. Maybe I should ask that question. Maybe I should research that topic. But you're letting your condition be a crutch and letting those other distractions get in the way. List out those 5 things. Okay. Now, after you did that, schedule those 5 things. We're being practical here, and I don't want to just say list out those 5 things that you want to do without actually that. Now you've acknowledged them, but now it's time to take action. The goal of this podcast is to help you take action to pursue your calling with excellence. So schedule those 5 things, put them on your calendar, give them a time, give them a date. Knowing your condition, knowing your limits, prioritize getting them done with excellence. Now, again, I want you to push yourself. You should be pushing yourself, but don't push yourself so far that your health takes a hit. Don't push yourself so hard that you're going to be in a worse spot tomorrow than you were today. That's not the goal. The goal is to be better tomorrow than you were today. You have limits, and like, so I want you to prioritize your goals in a way that allow you to live with excellence, to pursue your calling with excellence, despite the condition that you're in. Because the calling that you have in your life, the calling that God's given you isn't determined by your condition. It's determined by God. So guys, thank you for listening to this episode of the Pursuit of Calling podcast. If you enjoyed it, if you got value from this, if you know somebody that would get value from this, share this with them. Share this episode, whether you're on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I use Pocket Casts. Leave a 5-star review, because that really helps the algorithm. It really helps other people know that this is a value-rich episode and value-rich podcast. And go ahead and leave a comment, leave a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Leave a comment on YouTube if you're watching the video on YouTube. And guys, thank you again for listening to this episode. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Pursue your calling with excellence. Do it well. I'll see you next time.